Hey, alumni, welcome to my kitchen for today's episode. Quick heads up before the episode starts. If you're listening to an audio-only version today, I highly recommend jumping over to our YouTube channel so that you can watch it instead. I'm hanging out with a special guest today, and it's just going to be better seen instead of heard. So jump over to YouTube and check on the show notes as well for a link to a separate conversation with today's guest that fits more of a standard format for this podcast, something a little bit more that you're used to. So excited to have you join today. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the episode.
Absolutely. Man, thanks a lot, Andy. I'm grateful for you. I look forward to eating that big cookie together someday.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
All right, so more than likely this will be too dull to ever see the light of day, so whatever. But I thought you might enjoy a little behind the scenes in the preparation for this very wonderful cookie eating video with Andy Mineo. Originally my plan was to go just buy an enormous cookie and eat that on tape, which is also just as thrilling as what you're watching right now. But stopped at multiple stores here in town, couldn't find anything like that. So I decided to cheat and bought a mix. So we've got chocolate chip cookie mix, which requires an egg and a stick of butter, all of which I've already put in here. So the ingredients have already been added for all of these things. So from here, you just work on mixing this up, and hopefully we end up with some decent cookie cookie dough. That's the word, cookie dough. You probably, I don't know if you can see it, like it's more integrated than it was 5.5 minutes ago, but still, this does not look like it's going to make me a quality, really big cookie. I don't know. Maybe I need to put some warm water in there. Maybe that would do the butter some good. I don't know. I'm gonna keep threatening to do it, and meanwhile hoping that I really don't have to. Look at this. This is almost the entirety of the cookie. I should have just done it like this. I should have just said, like, okay, this is the thing here. It's gonna be Andy Mineo eats a big cookie while John eats a clump of cookie dough. And realizing that, oh, there's a possibility that someone could be watching this, so I need to keep talking. Even though I have nothing to talk about, all I'm doing is the same thing of prepping this batter here that's not totally cooperating. I'm gonna institute a new tool here. All right, let's try this. See if this accomplishes what we're looking for. I should have been doing this from the beginning. I can already tell that this is a better move than what I was doing. This is coming together, actually. Can't believe it. From the last time that I showed you, that's way better. There's just a couple of these pieces that haven't quite gotten with the program. Yeah. We got some dough here. It's happening. Sometimes you break your tool. Like, just, you bake a cookie sheet. If I was prepared, if I was a good chef, I would have one ready. And I think I want to grease that thing up so that maybe the cookie will come off a little bit easier later. So, for the cookie sheet, we're going to use a deep dish pizza pan. Why not? Let's see what happens with that. Gives me a nice round shape to work with. I don't have to make it terribly not rounded cookie. Trying to decide if there's going to be a good way to press that in there. You know what? Sometimes you just got to go for it. You got to make mistakes. This is going to be a mistake. I guarantee you. I'm going to get to the end of this process and say, wow, that was a mistake. Boy, my hope is that for whoever has watched any portion of this, that this will be an episode that makes you say, man, the other episodes of these podcasts are infinitely better than this. I'm so glad that this is the only time this is happening. You know, it was probably a couple months ago when I was working on our content calendar, our episode calendar, that I realized that after 4, that it, landed on a Tuesday. I thought, or it always lands on a Tuesday. We always release on a Tuesday. But that this particular Tuesday was also going to coincide with April Fool's. And I've never been much of a prankster by any means, and not that this is a terrible prank. That's what this was supposed to be, a prank. But I just thought, oh, here we go. Here's an opportunity. Usually, we do some laughing in the episodes with our guests, but our episodes are mostly fairly serious for the most part. And I thought, well, here's an opportunity for me just to do something dumb. And maybe people will at least be entertained by it. I don't think I can push this out any further. Otherwise, it's going to get way too thin. It's going to burn. It's probably going to burn as is. But at least, you know, we've got something that looks cookie shaped. So that's good. That feels like a win. Boy, once again, if I was well practiced at this kind of thing, that the oven would just be on. And now we gotta sit here and wait around for the oven to get up to temp. I don't even know what temp it's supposed to be at. I haven't done my research on this. I'm gonna guess 350. Let's see. I don't know what that's for. I mean, these are Betty Crocker's cookies. You would think that if Betty had any tips for you, they would just put that right into the instructions, but instead it's kind of a footnote. So I feel like Betty kind of left me hanging there. Hung me out to dry. All right, put that in there as well. All right, so I'm just gonna go with 350 and we'll see what happens here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna stop the recording here, and then we'll start it back up again once the oven is ready, and then we'll probably stop it again and we'll be back up. I can show you the final product, and then we can end this ridiculousness after that. Because the eating part, as I said, will have already happened at this point. All right, I'll see you once this oven is taken care of. Okay, this is still getting up to temp, but I just thought, you know what? These are the moments where you find out who the real fans are. So this is what I want to say, is that if you're still watching this right now, whichever podcast you are, whether it's on InterVarsity World Changers or if it's After 4, whichever one, the first person on each of those platforms to send a DM on Instagram to either of those profiles, After 4, World Changers, first person to send me a DM saying, hey, I saw the part in the cookie video where you told us to send you a DM. If you let me know that you saw this part, I don't know what it is, but I will figure out something to send your way. I've got a couple of really swag items to send you. I got a couple of really simple swag items that I could send you that not very many people have at this point for each of the podcasts. So yeah, and I don't know. We'll put a couple other things together. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's not good for sound. There's actual back pats in place, so you can do it, John. It's okay. Keep it up, man. If you're watching at this moment, send us a DM and we'll talk. I'll send you a care package. All right. Cool. Here's what we can do while we wait. Little The Office trivia game. Who doesn't love that? Huh? All right. See, I'll try to play along with you in this. I wonder what season this goes through. I don't see a year. Not that I would remember what that coincided with necessarily. Starting to smell some of that cookie, which is both exciting and maybe a little concerning. Oh, okay, I see. All right. Okay, I keep seeing the answers to these. All right, here we go. No, I probably shouldn't say that one. Who actually thought up the idea for Woof, Ryan's social media platform? That one there. Who actually thought that up? I believe it's Kelly. What do you think? Kelly? Boom. Kelly. Here we go. Now this is gonna be it's just gonna help cover up the answer for me every time here. All right. Who told Michael to start over after Michael called him an idiot? Who told Michael to start over after Michael called him an idiot? I remember that. Start over. Daryl. I'm pretty sure it was Daryl. That's my guess. Should have showed that to you before. Daryl. Boom.
Gotta love those guys in the warehouse. All right. Who referred to golf betting games as Skins, AC Doocy, Bingo, Bango, Bongo, Sandies, Barkies, and Wolf? What do you think? Pretty sure it's Kevin. Kevin. There it is. Did you get that right? All right. Who wanted people to be afraid of how much they love him? Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy. Both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. That's Michael Scott. There you go, Michael. Maybe not a perfect quote, but something in that realm. All right, let's see here. Who does Michael refer to as Booster Seat when he wanted her to stop talking? Thoughts? I'm voting Angela. Angela. There it is. Oh, gotta keep this covered so I don't cheat. Who got lost in Dwight's corn maze? Who was it? Do you know? Who was it? It's Kevin. It's gotta be Kevin, right? I should be doing it this way. Then it's a reveal for both of us at the same time. Kevin? Kevin. I have to read it backwards. All right. One or two more here. Did that thing make a noise just a second ago? I feel like I heard it make a noise. Maybe I'm crazy. Who thought the phrase was not to be truffled with instead of not to be trifled with? That sounds like a Michael Scott-ism to me. I mean, he is just really well known for messing up phrases. Let's see here. You get that right? Michael. There it is. Let's do one more. Last one here. All right. When trying to prove his foot dexterity, who bumped a mug of hot coffee into his lap? Classic moment. What do you think? I've got my answer. Dwight? It's got to be Dwight, right? Dwight. Nice. All right, there you go. How'd you do? I don't remember how many did we just do right there. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that it? We do 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How'd you do? Did you get all 8 right? Let me know. Respond somehow. If you're watching this, if you follow us on Instagram, you know that I'm not too great at Instagram. Yeah, there'll be a post about this for sure. How'd you do on the office trivia section? Did you get all 8? I'd like to know. Yeah, see, I don't know how well you can see that. It's getting pretty brown around the edges. That's, I don't know. Very soft in the middle. You know, growing up, there was this movie. It was called Regarding Henry. And it's about this guy that he gets a traumatic brain injury, and then he's in the hospital for a while, going through lots of therapy and things like that to be able to sort of reintegrate with his family. And his personality changes a lot. He was like this businessman, no time for his family, and then he gets injured and he comes back and he just wants to be with his family. Sort of starting over in that way. But one of the moments that happens is he's baking with his daughter, and he says they're making cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and he has the idea, why not just make one big cookie? And his daughter says it doesn't work. You can't do it. You got to do small ones. And I'm worried that even though that's a moment from my childhood that I clearly remember being warned, even then, it was sort of maybe a prophetic word from the Lord that, like, hey, hang on to this because the time is going to come. You're going to try to do this and it's just going to fail epically. So I don't know. We'll see. I should test this thing out, see what's going on with it. This could undo everything that I've done. Just this. Ooh, it's moving quite a bit. Still very Still very soft. Let's see here. Can I tip this so that you can see it and I don't burn myself? Let's see here. Probably can't see that too well, but it's just kind of sliding. I can smell that butter. That's like the primary thing that I smell. Butter, what's going on under there? Yeah, it's gonna break. Man, I'm gonna put it in for just a few more minutes. Hopefully it'll get the center to firm up a bit more. And after that, I don't know what's gonna happen next. We'll see. Now this could be the most important part of all of this to capture. Because this right here could be the moment of epic failure, and it could make all of this worth it as far as the entertainment side of things go, is seeing how much time I've invested in just baking this thing, and instead of like just doing other work while this thing is baking, I'm sitting here jibber jabbering to the camera that once again probably no one will watch. So there's been some unnecessary time invested in this whole process, but if you get to see this thing just fall apart and get totally mangled, that could be worth it. But also, if by some miracle I have pulled this off and this big cookie is going to come out of here nicely, there it is. Alexa, stop. Okay, sometimes it takes a minute for it to process. If it comes out of here nicely, that might also be, watching victories are fun too. This is an underdog story. This is the underdog story of 2025 right here. So let's see what happens. All right. Yep, still soft. So that thing's probably going to get smashed up. But I mean, that's not a bad looking cookie. Got the dark edges. But we'll see. Okay, so this is my plan. I gotta sit down so my head doesn't keep getting chopped off. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it over top like that. Is it clear that I have no idea what I'm doing? I don't bake cookies that often, or really ever. And I certainly never make cookies this size, so I am completely just making this up as we go. This is just freestyle, off the cuff. And there's no point in leaving this on anymore, I don't think so. We're gonna turn that off, because sometimes I forget to do that, and that's just kind of a scary thing. Okay, let's get one more. That also would have been entertaining if you got to see me just straight up burn myself. 350 degree deep dish pizza pan used for a cookie. Here we go, see what happens. Oh boy. Oh, it released. Okay. Hey. All right, here we are. It's down. It is not totally destroyed all the way around. So now let's see if I can get it flipped back one more time onto this cooling rack. Now the ends are probably going to break off of this thing. That is a bummer. So maybe since this thing is cool, maybe I actually just, yeah, that's just gonna fall right off the edge. Let's see here. Okay, so then what I'm actually gonna do, this is probably really dumb. It's probably even dumber than my previous plan. And probably totally unnecessary. Anybody that actually knows what they're doing would be like, just leave it sitting exactly the way it is. That seems wrong. Hang on a second. Where did I? Right there. There it is. Okay. This thing, it's still blazing hot. That right there. And we're gonna slide that back in just like that. Okay, that's not bad. And then we're gonna do this one last time. Slide that so it doesn't get. Okay. Annie's and Tara, in particular, if you're watching this, I would love to get your feedback on this whole process, because I feel like you are among the people who might actually watch this just because. And and I'm confident that you are lovingly scoffing at every step of the process here. So let me know what I should have done. Here we go, one last flip. This is probably just so unnecessary. Flipping it another time. I should just cut my losses and just leave it the way it is. But you know what? At this point, I promised too much. I promised that I was going to flip this thing back over, and so I must flip it over, and hopefully it will come out still in one piece. If not, I'm going to have to come up with like food glue or something to get this thing to stay together for the opening moments of the video. Here we go. Oh! And there you have it. A complete cookie. It's still in one piece. Now, hopefully, this thing will firm up, and I will be able to pick it up. It doesn't even have to make it to like full vertical. If I can just get my fingers under it and pick it up, if it breaks as I'm picking it up, that, at least in my mind, will be a worthwhile comedic moment. At least be some potential for comedy in that, and I'm okay with it. So we'll see what happens. But there we go. We have made this cookie. It is, if I can show it one more time without it slipping off the tray, we've done what we came here to do, and now you've gotten to see the behind-the-scenes moment for making the cookie for Cookies with Andy. So there it is. Thanks a lot. Let's see here. Go change that world, alumni. I'll see you in the after. Whichever podcast platform you're watching this for, whichever of our podcasts you're watching this on. Thanks for joining me, and it's been a lot of fun. Even though it's probably just me, this has been a lot of fun. So I'll see you on the next episode. Happy April Fool's Day. Do something funny but nice to somebody, and enjoy laughter. My goodness, in an age where we just don't have enough laughter. We don't have enough joy right now. So do something that makes you and somebody else laugh. If this made you groan, I'll take it. I'll take a groan. I'm a dad, so dad jokes, dad humor that nobody laughs at, that's right up my alley. So anyways, happy April 1st. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.